Welcome to the session Transcendental Functions, the exponential function e raised to x. Whenever we have a quantity y whose rate of change over time is proportional to the amount of y present, we have a function that satisfies the differential equation dy by dt is equal to k into y. If in addition y is equal to y naught when t is equal to 0, the function is the exponential function y equal to y naught into e raised to kt. In this session, we shall discuss the exponential function which is the inverse of log x. Since log 2 is less than 1 and log 4 is greater than 1, the intermediate value theorem for continuous functions assures us that log x is equal to 1 for some value of x between x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4. This value of x is denoted by E, which stands for Euler, who named the number after himself when he studied it in early 1700s. Thus, the number E satisfies the equation log E is equal to 1. It is one of the most important numbers in mathematics. Since log 2 is less than log E is less than log 4, the value of E lies between 2 and 4. If you hold a ruler along the line y is equal to 1, you will see that the value of E is greater than 2 but somewhat less than 3. Its value to 15 decimal places is E is equal to 2.718281828459045, etc. Since log x raised to n is equal to n into log x, we have log e raised to n is equal to n into log e, which is equal to n for any rational number n. Thus, for example, log e square is equal to 2, log e cube is equal to 3, log e raised to minus 1 is equal to minus 1, log of root e is equal to 1 by 2. Since only one number can have its natural logarithm equal to n, for any given n, we may restate the equation log e raised to n is equal to n into log e, which is equal to n, by saying that the number whose natural logarithm is n is e raised to n. That is, the anti-natural logarithm of n is e raised to n. Since y is equal to log x is 1 to 1 and differentiable, it has a differentiable inverse y is equal to log inverse of x. We know from equation log e raised to n is equal to n into log e is equal to n that when x takes on a rational value n, the value of y is equal to log inverse of x is log inverse of n, which is equal to log inverse of log e raised to n, which is equal to e raised to n, or e raised to n is equal to log inverse of n. Since log inverse of x is defined for all values of x, the equation e raised to x is equal to log inverse of x gives a way to define e raised to x for irrational values of x that is consistent with the values that e raised to x has when x is rational. In other words, we can define e raised to x for all values of x by the following rule. Definition: the function y equal to e raised to x. For every real number x, the number e raised to x is defined to be log inverse x. E raised to x is equal to log inverse of x. That is, y is equal to e raised to x if and only if x is equal to log y. The resulting function is a differentiable function of x defined for real x minus infinity less than x less than infinity. It is called the exponential function with e as base and exponent x. Also, e raised to 0 is equal to 1 since log 1 is equal to 0. Limit as x tends to infinity, e raised to x is equal to infinity. Limit as x tends to minus infinity, e raised to x is equal to 0. Equations involving log x and e raised to x. Because y is equal to e raised to x and y equal to log x are inverses of one another, we have e raised to log x is equal to x for all x greater than 0 and log e raised to x is equal to x for all values of x. Example 1. A. E raised to log 2 is equal to 2. B. E raised to log of x square plus 1 is equal to x square plus 1. Log e raised to minus 1.3 is equal to minus 1.3. Log e raised to sin x is equal to sin x. Log of e raised to 2x by 5 is equal to log e raised to 2x minus log 5, which is equal to 2x minus log 5. Example 2. Solve for y. A. Log y is equal to x square. B. E raised to 3y is equal to 2 plus cos x. C. Log of y minus 1 minus log y is equal to 3x. Solution. A. Log y is equal to x square. Exponentiate e raised to log y is equal to e raised to x square, which implies y is equal to e raised to x square. B. E raised to 3y is equal to 2 plus cos x. Take the logarithm of both sides, we get log e raised to 3y is equal to log of 2 plus cos x, which implies 3y is equal to log of 2 plus cos x, which implies y is equal to 1 by 3 into log of 2 plus cos x. C. Log of y minus 1 minus log y is equal to 3x. Combine the logarithms. Log of y minus 1 divided by y is equal to 3x. Exponentiate. Y minus 1 by y is equal to e raised to 3x. Solving. Y minus 1 is equal to y into e raised to 3x, which implies y minus y into e raised to 3x is equal to 1. Y into 1 minus e raised to 3x is equal to 1, which implies y is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus e raised to 3x. Note. To remove logarithms from an equation, exponentiate both sides. To remove exponentials, take the logarithm of both sides. The derivative of y equal to e raised to x. To find the derivative of y equal to e raised to x, we take the logarithm of both sides. Log y is equal to x and differentiate implicitly with respect to x. Then 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to 1 or dy by dx is equal to y. Since y is equal to e raised to x, this gives d by dx of e raised to x is equal to e raised to x. Here e raised to x is a function that is not changed by differentiation. It is indestructible. It can be differentiated again and again without changing. Y is equal to e raised to x is an increasing function of x from the fact that its derivative is positive. We obtain a formula for the derivative of e raised to u, where u is a differentiable function of x by applying the chain rule. D by dx of e raised to u is equal to d by du of e raised to u into du by dx, which is equal to e raised to u into du by dx. This in turn leads to the integration formula. Integral e raised to u du is equal to e raised to u plus c. Example 1. Find dy by dx if y is equal to e raised to tan inverse x. Solution. Dy by dx is equal to e raised to tan inverse of x into d by dx of tan inverse of x. That is equal to e raised to tan inverse of x into 1 by 1 plus x square into dy by dx, which is equal to e raised to tan inverse of x divided by 1 plus x square. Example 2. Find the area under the curve y is equal to e raised to minus x from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to b, where b is greater than 0. Solution. The area from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to b is a is equal to integral from 0 to b y dx, which is equal to integral from 0 to b e raised to minus x dx. To evaluate this integral, we compare it with our standard forms and see that it is almost but not exactly like integral e raised to u du, which is equal to e raised to u plus c. To bring it into precisely this form, we let u is equal to minus x, du is equal to minus dx, dx is equal to minus du. So that integral e raised to minus x dx is equal to integral of e raised to u into minus du, which is equal to minus of integral e raised to u du, that is equal to minus e raised to u plus c, which is equal to minus e raised to minus x plus c. Therefore, a equal to negative of e raised to minus x between the limits 0 and b, which is equal to minus e raised to minus b plus e raised to 0, which is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus b. Example 3. Simplify a e raised to log 2 plus 3 log x, b e raised to 2x minus log x. Solution. A e raised to log 2 plus 3 log x is equal to e raised to log 2 into e raised to 3 log x, that is equal to 2 into e raised to log x cube, which is equal to 2x cube. B e raised to 2x minus log x is equal to e raised to 2x into e raised to minus log x, that is equal to e raised to 2x divided by e raised to log x, which is equal to e raised to 2x divided by x. Example 4. Solve the differential equation dy by dx is equal to 2 into x into e raised to minus y, where x is greater than root of 3, subject to the condition that y is equal to 0 when x is equal to 2. Solution. Given dy by dx is equal to 2 into x into e raised to minus y, where x is greater than root of 3. We can separate the variables. If we multiply both sides by e raised to y, we get e raised to y into dy by dx is equal to e raised to y into 2 into x into e raised to minus y, that is equal to 2 into x into e raised to y minus y, that is equal to 2x into e raised to 0, which is equal to 2x, or e raised to y into dy by dx is equal to 2x. We now integrate both sides with respect to x to obtain e raised to y is equal to x square plus c. Using the condition y equal to 0 when x is equal to 2, we get c is equal to e raised to 0 minus 4, that is equal to 1 minus 4, which is equal to minus 3. Therefore, e raised to y is equal to x square minus 3. To solve this equation for y, we take the logarithm of both sides. Log e raised to y is equal to log of x square minus 3, or y is equal to log of x square minus 3. Note that the solution is valid for x is greater than square root of 3. The functions a raised to x and a raised to u. The functions e raised to x and log x gives us the mathematics we need to define arbitrary powers of positive numbers. If a is any positive number, then its natural logarithm log a is defined. And we know that a is equal to e raised to log a from the definition of e raised to x. In other words, log a is the power to which the base e must be raised to give the number a. Suppose now that we want to raise a to an arbitrary power x. This is equivalent to raising e raised to log a to the power x, which we can do if we define e raised to log a the whole raised to x, which is equal to e raised to x into log a. The number e raised to x into log a is defined because e raised to u is defined for any number u. So to define a raised to x, we think of a as e raised to log a and apply the definition a raised to x is equal to e raised to log a the whole raised to x, which is equal to e raised to x into log a. Definition. If a is greater than 0 and x is any number, then a raised to x is equal to e raised to x into log a. The definition is equivalent to saying that log a raised to x is equal to x into log a, taking the logarithm on both sides. If x is a rational number n, we get log a raised to n is equal to n into log a. So we can say that the expression is true for any real number x. Also, for any positive number a raised to x into y is equal to e raised to x the whole raised to y, which is equal to e raised to y the whole raised to x. Example 1. A raised to 3 into log x is equal to e raised to log x the whole raised to 3, which is equal to x cube. The derivatives of a raised to x and a raised to u. To calculate the derivative of a raised to x with respect to x, we differentiate both sides of the equation a raised to x is equal to e raised to x into log a using chain rule on the right. This gives d by dx of a raised to x is equal to d by dx of e raised to x into log a, which is equal to e raised to x into log a into d by dx of x into log a by chain rule, which is equal to e raised to x into log a, that is equal to a raised to x into log a. Because log a is a constant in this calculation, thus we have the following formula. If a is greater than 0, then the derivative of a raised to x is d by dx of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x into log a. Example 2. A. D by dx of 3 raised to x is equal to 3 raised to x into log 3. B. D by dx of e raised to x is equal to e raised to x into log e, that is equal to e raised to x into 1, which is equal to e raised to x. From the formula d by dx of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x into log a, where a is greater than 0, we can see that the derivative of y is equal to a raised to x is positive if a is greater than 1 and negative if 0 less than a less than 1. Thus, y is equal to a raised to x is an increasing function of x if a is greater than 1 and a decreasing function of x if 0 less than a less than 1. In either case, y is equal to a raised to x is 1 to 1. It therefore has an inverse. Combining the equation d by dx of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x into log a, where a is greater than 0, with the chain rule dy by dx is equal to dy by du into du by dx gives a formula for the derivative of y is equal to a raised to u when u is any differentiable function of x. D by dx of a raised to u is equal to d by du of a raised to u into du by dx, that is equal to a raised to u into log a into du by dx. Thus, we have the following formula for the derivative of a raised to u. If a is greater than 0 and u is any differentiable function of x, then the derivative of a raised to u is d by dx of a raised to u is equal to a raised to u into log a into du by dx. Example 3. D by dx of 3 raised to sin x is equal to 3 raised to sin x into log 3 into d by dx of sin x, that is equal to 3 raised to sin x into log 3 into cos x. When a not equal to 1, so that log a not equal to 0, the formula d by dx of a raised to u is equal to a raised to u into log a into du by dx can be rewritten in the form a raised to u into du by dx is equal to 1 by log a into d by dx of a raised to u. Integrating both sides of this equation with respect to x then yields integral of a raised to u into du by dx is equal to integral of 1 by log a into d by dx of a raised to u dx, that is equal to 1 by log a into integral of d by dx of a raised to u dx, which is equal to 1 by log a into a raised to u plus c. The integral on the right is usually written as integral of a raised to u into du by dx, that is equal to integral a raised to u dx. So, we can write the integration formula for a raised to u as integral a raised to u du is equal to 1 by log a into a raised to u plus c, where a not equal to 1 and a is greater than 0. Example 4. A. Integral of 2 raised to x dx is equal to 1 by log 2 into 2 raised to x plus c. B. Integral of 2 raised to sin x into cos x dx is equal to 1 by log 2 into 2 raised to sin x plus c. By putting a is equal to 2, u is equal to sin x, du is equal to cos x dx in the integration formula for a raised to u. Derivative of powers, power rule. If n is any real constant and u is a positive differentiable function of x, then d by dx of u raised to n is equal to n into u raised to n minus 1 into du by dx, any real constant. Proof. Let y is equal to u raised to n, then log y is equal to log u raised to n, which is equal to n into log u. 1 by y dy by dx is equal to n into 1 by u into du by dx. dy by dx is equal to n into y by u into du by dx, that is equal to n into u raised to n by u into du by dx, which is equal to n into u raised to n minus 1 into du by dx. The ability to raise positive numbers to arbitrary powers also makes it possible to define functions like x raised to x, x raised to sin x, and 1 plus x all raised to 1 by x for x greater than 0. The derivatives of functions like this can be found by logarithmic differentiation. Example 1. Find dy by dx if y is equal to x raised to x, where x greater than 0. Solution. Log y is equal to log of x raised to x, that is equal to x into log x. 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to x into 1 by x plus log x, that is equal to 1 plus log x. dy by dx is equal to y into 1 plus log x, that is equal to x raised to x into 1 plus log x. Other functions. Logarithms can be used in calculating limits. To calculate the limit of a positive function, we calculate the limit of the logarithm of the function and then exponentiate that limit. Example 2. Show that limit of 1 plus 1 by n the whole raised to n as n tends to infinity is equal to limit as x tends to 0 plus 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x, that is equal to e. Solution. Let f of x is equal to 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x. So, log of f of x is equal to log of 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x, which is equal to 1 by x into log of 1 plus x, that is equal to log of 1 plus x divided by x. So, by L'Hospital rule, we get limit as x tends to 0 plus log f of x is equal to limit as x tends to 0 plus log of 1 plus x divided by x, that is equal to limit as x tends to 0 plus 1 by 1 plus x divided by 1, that is equal to 1. Therefore, log of f of x tends to 1 as x tends to 0 plus. We can now exponentiate to see that as x tends to 0 plus 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x is equal to f of x, that is equal to e raised to log of f of x tends to e raised to 1, which is equal to e, because the exponential function is continuous. That is, limit as x tends to 0 plus 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x is equal to e. So, limit of 1 plus 1 by n the whole raised to n as n tends to infinity is same as limit x tends to 0 plus 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x, that is equal to e. Remark. Limit of 1 plus 1 by n the whole raised to n as n tends to infinity is equal to limit as x tends to 0 plus 1 plus x the whole raised to 1 by x is equal to e, gives a way to define e independently of the definition of the natural logarithm. Let me wind up the session. In this session, we have discussed the exponential function e raised to x and the equations involving log x and e raised to x. The definition e raised to x is equal to log inverse of x defines e raised to x for every real value of x, irrational as well as rational. In the third module, we have shown that how this enables us to raise any other positive number to an arbitrary power, and thus we defined exponential functions a raised to x and a raised to u. We also discussed the differentiation and integration of exponential functions and power rule for differentiation. Now you have a few questions, try to work out. First one, simplify the following expressions: e raised to log x, e raised to minus of log x square, e raised to log x minus 2 log y. Second one, solve for y, e raised to square root of y is equal to x square. Third one, evaluate the integrals, integral e raised to 2x dx, integral x into e raised to x square dx, integral e raised to sin x into cos x dx. Fourth one, find dy by dx if a. y equal to 8 raised to x, b. y is equal to 3 raised to 2x, c. y is equal to x raised to sin x. Fifth one, evaluate the integrals a. integral of 5 raised to minus x dx, b. integral of 2 raised to x plus 1 dx, c. integral of 2 raised to sin 3t cos 3t dt. Let me suggest some books for your further reference. First one, Calculus 9th edition by George B. Thomas, Russell Finney, Pearson's Education, New Delhi 2002. Second one, Theory and Problems of Advanced Calculus, Shom's Outline Series, Shom Publishing Company, New York. Third one, Integral Calculus, Gorakh Prasad, Pothshala Private Limited, Allahabad. Fourth one, Differential and Integral Calculus, N. Piskunov, Mir Publishers, Moscow. Hope that you have enjoyed this session. We will meet again with another topic. Thank you.